I started kickboxing when I was 7 years old, but my first fights, I was like 11, and I won like my first 20 fights or something. So I was like, hey, I think I'm good at it, you know. I started to get more joy in what I did, you know. So I think at that moment I was like, okay. And people around me were like saying, yeah, you can do it, man. You're a fucking great talent, and you know, do what you have to do. And so I think that was a moment. I was like 15 years old when I was like, okay, maybe this can go somewhere.
Everywhere in the world is watching this at the moment. In America, there's people. There's people in South America, people in Europe, people in Asia. I know, just never, even at the Amsterdam race.
On December 8, 1984 in Amsterdam, Badr Hari was born to Moroccan immigrant parents. They had come to Holland in search of a better future for their family.
He came in the 60s to Europe, and he worked hard with nothing, you know. The payment was small, and still he raised the whole family. So by his support, I am what I am now.
One of 4 children, Badr was an introverted child who preferred staying at home. At the age of 7, another kid from the neighbourhood threw a rock at him, prompting Badr to return home to his father in tears.
I had a lot of problems, and I always came at home crying, or somebody had hit me again, or somebody was picking on me. So my father, he was like, okay, I'm done with this. And he was like, you're gonna learn to stand up for yourself. And that's how I came in contact with martial arts, with kickboxing. And that was the beginning.
His father saw an opportunity and took Badr to a local kickboxing gym where he first put on a pair of boxing gloves.
I started training with a guy who was training in Sitan Gym. His name was Sliman El-Bacha, and he was one of the youngest European champions in kickboxing, and he was a great trainer. He learned me the basics of fighting, and he supported me in the first couple of years of my kickboxing career. So
he showed talent early on, and when he turned 13 years of age, he saw a poster of kickboxing legend Peter Ertz holding a $100,000 check in his hand, the aftermath of winning the K1 World Grand Prix. This was the moment when Badr Hari first dreamed of becoming a champion.
I didn't had a big idol. I was always a big Mike Tyson fan, of course, but not only he. You know, I was more boxing guy. I liked a lot of boxing. So guys like Oscar De La Hoya, Fernando Vargas, Sugar Ray Leonard, they were more my guys. And I think it's more respect than having an idol. You know, if you have an idol, you want to compete, you want to do the same. And I was more like, you know, what these guys did in life and in sports, I would like to do the same, to be somebody.
Now a teenager, Badr found his way to the legendary Chakariki gym.
My time at Chakariki, in the time that I went train there, it was a big gym with a big name, you know. It had all the big fighters. Branko Sikatik, he won the first K1. You know, Peter Arts, he won 3 other K1s. Gilbert Ballantyne, you know, and the list go on. So when I walked into a gym, I was like, wow, you know, this is the big Chakariki gym. And yeah, I started training there. It was hard training, it was discipline, it was old school training, but I learned a lot.
Under the guidance of the famous trainer Tom Harink, he quickly became recognised as one of the young talents in the country, with an impressive amateur record of 35 wins and only 1 defeat, 25 of those wins coming by way of knockout.
The moment I had like my first professional fight, I already had like, what can it be, maybe 30 or 40 amateur fights, so I was already very experienced at that time for that young age. So the feeling was not very different. The only difference that was is that I was getting paid for the fight instead of fighting for free. So So the feeling was good, I think.
As a red-hot young professional, he stepped into the limelight as a late fill-in replacement against the then world-ranked Alexei Ignashov, who was fresh off his victory over the legendary Peter Ertz.
But Hari was not so very good in protecting his pupils, so he was like, yeah, you can do it, man. This is a big chance for you, and this is a fight so you can put yourself in the spotlights. So just take it. And I was like, oh, okay. It was in the summer period, and I was like asking the promoter, like, how much money do I get for this fight, you know? 7,000 or 8,000. And I was like, really? And I was like, oh, okay, 7,000, 8,000, and it's almost summertime. I can take my family to holiday, I can go myself. I took my brother, my sister, my mother, my father. And I was like, okay, I never seen that money at that time. So I was like, okay, you know, just give me the fight. What's the baddest thing, the worst thing that can happen? Get knocked out? Yeah, no problem.
Interesting to see what Hari can do against this Alexei Ignashov, a man who has so much more experience, who has shared the ring with all the greats in the world.
I was a young guy, 17 or 18 years old. The weight difference was like maybe 20 or 25 kilograms. And I took the fight like a week before, you know, because somebody else canceled the fight. And I did what I had to do. I fought hard, and I think the people respected the fighting spirit.
Well, here he is, Badr Hari, still young, but also much lighter than the strong K1 Grand Champion. Look at the speed of Hari. Very good, well done. Well, we know, of course, that Ignashov has another fight coming up there. A wonderful technique there, but look at the power of it. Not many that really believe he has a good chance, but look at the fierce way he's attacking right now. Badr Hari knowing he has nothing to lose. Outweighed, outpunched, outkicked. Nevertheless, he shows that he has no fear, and he shows that he has good technique. You see the great burst, that a good back kick there, almost hitting the face of Ignashov, and you can see that Ignashov is out. Badr Hari is out.
Although ultimately he lost the match against Ignashov, Hari gained the respect of the kickboxing community for putting on such a brave performance, and even in a loss, his stock rose.
There was the moment that everybody knew Badr Hari. You know, there was the guy who fought Ignashov. He lost, but he fought it hard, and he did his best, and he gave it all that he had, you know. So I think people respected that.